Everybody, welcome back to Goonies World. I am Johnny Farrow, also known as Sean, and with me, as always, is Meanie, also known as Ryan. Say hello to the nice people, Ryan.
Hello, nice people.
And with me also, of course, is tonight's Game Master. In his second game ever as Game Master, it is Goonie, also known as Colin.
Hello there.
And we're continuing tonight with a game of Colin's own design called Exfanguination, in which we are vampires of the non-sparkly variety.
Non-sparkly, non-daywalkers.
That's right. We are not Egyptian daywalkers yet.
No. Yeah. Where we left off, you guys had gone out into the night, because you're not daywalkers, and had gone to a nightclub called the Tar Pit, and you had seen this woman come out of the club. She was just kind of standing there by herself, and I believe Dirge enthralled her, and you guys got her kind of back towards the car, your Buick Grand National, and you both drained her blood, and leaving her with one hit point. And right after you did that, though, you saw this woman appear seemingly out of nowhere, wearing a blue dress and high heels. Looks like, she was going clubbing or something, but she came out of nowhere. Just a young woman in her early 20s, it looks like. And she asked you if she could have a sip. If you guys would mind if she had a sip. And that's where we left you, and I'll just let that question linger, and you can answer her if you want.
Before we do, I want to point out that the best thing so far about being a vampire is that you get to drive a Buick Grand National, which to me is really the plus of the whole thing, But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. With tinted windows and everything, but
we've got to keep those UV rays off of our vampy skin.
Yeah, and that girl, since she does have one hit point, she's not unconscious. She's but she's still enthralled, so she's just kind of standing there, like, unsteadily, just kind of like, not doing anything. And she's kind of, you're, kind of holding her up, and she's got holes from both sides of her neck and dripping blood, and that's when that woman comes up and asks you, do you mind if I have a sip?
I don't know, Cam, what do you think? There's not much left in this one.
Yeah, I don't mind sharing, but I think there might just be a sip left, sister.
I know, you just might kill her. Who are you anyway?
Oh, I don't want to kill her. My name's Ethel.
Hello, it's Ethel Merman.
Ethel, I don't remember seeing you around the mansion anywhere.
Oh, no. You must be part of Lucian's lot.
Yeah.
I'm not part of that. I'm known as a sewer bat.
Sewer bat?
Yeah, we got a little group that hangs out in the sewers under Pitchwood, and we're not part of any kind of brood, you know. I mean, I guess we're kind of unofficially a brood, but we got a leader named Ben. He's a real nice guy. And so I don't know what you guys are up to tonight, but you know, we sure could use some more folks down in the sewer. If you're interested, you could talk to Ben. Ben's got a lot of things to say about Lucian.
Oh, interesting. So I didn't even know. So sorry, first of all, apologies. We're totally new to this whole vampire thing. So I thought that Lucian was like the only one.
Well, he wishes he was the only one. He's not too friendly to other vampires.
Well, he's pretty friendly to us.
Well, of course, you're new. He's gonna butter you up. But as Ben will tell you, that's just temporary. Ben has all the answers you seek about being a vampire, the stuff that Lucian wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, but he lives in a sewer.
Well, that's out of necessity.
So, like, hiding from Lucian, or what?
It's just a good place. If you're a vampire, sewer's a good place to be. You know, you can hide out there. It's dark. No sunlight gets in there. If you know to avoid, you know, the manhole covers and stuff. And we got it looking real nice. You know, it's furnished and everything. The area that we claimed.
It's all set up nice like Lex Luthor's hideout in the first Superman movie, you mean? Real swanky down there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got couches and everything down there.
I was imagining something more along the lines of the Ninja Turtles, but whatever.
Oh, I haven't seen that. You know, I'm a little behind on the technology that's going around right now. You know, I'm kind of old-fashioned. I'm from. I was turned in 1912. You know, the year that Titanic went down.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm from Mississippi.
Whoa, Mississippi in 1912. It couldn't have been very fun for you.
No, it was no fun at all. No. I'm glad I was turned into a vampire.
Yeah?
But, you know, we ought to get out of here right now. This woman, and I think it's nice that you didn't kill her. You left her alive. That's kind of our philosophy in the sewer. And, but when she comes out of her trance, you know, we ought to be gone. And I think you guys would benefit to come with me and speak with Ben. You don't have to commit to anything.
Well, let him know. What do you think, Dirge? We go talk to this Ben?
I guess it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to have a talk, I guess.
I mean, I seriously doubt Lucian would approve.
I don't know if it'd approve, but, you know, we could always tell him we were just doing reconnaissance or whatever. I mean, as long as we've got stuff to do for Lucian, but it's not something we can accomplish right this very second, obviously. This is a tomorrow night thing, as far as I know. Isn't that right, Colin?
Yeah. Tonight is Friday. Yeah. Tomorrow, Saturday, during the day will be the blood drive, and then you're supposed to get it tomorrow night once the blood goes to the hospital. Saturday night.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know. I'm a little curious, I got to admit. I kind of want to follow this devil in the blue dress.
Well, I ain't hardly no devil.
Have you ever ridden in the Grand National?
Oh, I don't believe so. I do. I was admiring your car. It's very nice. But if we're going to go to the sewer, we'll have to leave it here for the time being. I know just a spot to get down. It's just in this alleyway here, there's a manhole cover we can go down. And I'll take you to our spot.
All right, I don't want to get caught up in any inner vampire clan shenanigans here. So I hope this Ben is the decent fella you say he is. I'm willing to hear what he has to say. That is, if it's all right with you, Cam. I'm too curious.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm a little apprehensive, but I think my curiosity is going to compel me.
Well, take your sip before this one wakes up.
Oh, I think I'll let her live.
All right. Yeah, all right. Well, you know what? If you're just coaxing some of Lucian's new bittens down to the sewer to kill us, I'll never forgive you.
No, you see, if I wanted to kill you two, I would have already done so. I could tell you're newbies, young bloods.
Yeah, that's true, Dirge. She's been around the block. Been doing this for 70-something years.
Yeah,
so.
That's a long time. That's a long time.
And if I didn't kill this girl, I'm certainly not going to kill any of my own kind.
All right, fair enough. All right, yeah, we'll go with you to the sewer and see what this Ben has to say.
All right, well, she starts walking and leads you just a short distance away in a little alleyway. There's a manhole cover, and she easily opens that up and just jumps down into it and says, "This way."
All right.
Yeah, follow suit, I suppose.
All right, so you guys jump down in there as well, and it's big enough to walk in, and you start following her, and after a while, you come to like an intersection of tunnels, and you see two guys standing there, kind of like sentries. And they say, and one of them raises his hand up and says, "Oh there, Ethel, you know the deal. They gotta wear blindfolds." And he takes out two blindfolds and hand the blindfolds to her, and she hands them to you. He says, "Sorry guys, you mind wearing these?"
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice. But
Well, you do. I mean, just the blindfolds are mandatory, I'm afraid, until you guys get, until you talk with Ben. Maybe you two will hit it off, and then, but right now, we got to take precautions.
yeah, I'll wear it if Cam wears it.
Well, to be honest, I would have appreciated a heads up in advance instead of having this sprung on us. That would have seemed a little more forthcoming and honest. But maybe you forgot, so I'll just I'll just let it slide.
Forgot. Okay, we'll let it slide then. All right, so you guys can put those on, and so she'll just take your hands and continue walking, and you can just walk along for a while, and after a while she stops, and you hear a man's voice. He says, "I see we have visitors here," and he says, You may remove your blindfolds."
Okay. All right. Well, I remove mine.
All right. So now you appear to be standing in a big sort of central area, like a central chamber with a vaulted ceiling, and you do see that it's nicely furnished with chairs and couches, and there's like a bunch of candles everywhere, and you see the guy, presumably the guy that spoke to you. He's got sandy hair and a beard, and he wears a gray trench coat. And you see some other vampires with him. Well, you see quite a lot, but they're kind of just lounging around in the back. But there's a guy, well, what looks like a child standing next to him, wearing like a little patched suit. And he says, "Welcome to the sewer. I am Ben Odum. I am the leader of the people of the sewer, as I call us. And I presume you are newly turned vampires."
Yeah, I'm Dirge Tempo. This is my buddy Cam.
Nice to meet you, Ben.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice to meet you. I take it, since you are new, that you have been sort of initiated into a brood of some kind. Have you not? Perhaps Lucian's brood?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I see you're hesitant to talk with me, but let me assure you, we are the good vampires of this city, and you, unfortunately, are part of a brood. There's sort of a network of broods that is quite ancient, and they are not very nice. I used to be part of this brood. See, it's called Tooth, the Order of the Hema, or Hema, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Haema, which is Latin for blood. It's the Order of the Blood. This Tooth is run by a shadowy council, which Lucian, of course, is Broodmaster here in Pitchwood, and I was once a member. In fact, Lucian was my sire. He turned me way back in the 1800s. But I'm glad that Ethel here has brought you down to see me, because we are in need of more people to help protect us, to help survive. Lucian does not take kindly to other vampires that are not part of his brood.
So is that why you're down in the sewers? And also, when you say not very nice, could you elaborate a little?
Well, yes. You didn't happen to look in that basement, did you, of that castle?
No. Haven't gone down to the basement just yet, Daddy-O.
Not yet. Daddy-O.
Well,
I don't want to go. There's something down there.
I didn't think so, but if you had gone down there, you would have seen, perhaps, the other, or some of the other bittens, and you would have seen what happened to them, the fate they received.
Well, what fate did they receive?
Well, Lucian likes to keep vampires down there, and humans, as slaves, kind of playthings.
Yikes.
And torture them, and he gets off on it.
Well,
He keeps them chained.
Cam, it sounds to me like that's fairly easily verifiable. Makes me think this Ben might be telling the truth.
Yeah, and that kind of makes me want to check it out and do that verification.
I know, maybe I do want to go down to the basement.
Well, you can, but I believe Lucian does keep the door locked.
So when you say this tooth is like a council, you mean it's like a worldwide secret organization?
Oh, yes.
And Lucian's like the broodmaster of the local chapter, sort of.
That is correct. They are all over the world. They have existed for thousands of years. And Lucian is just one broodmaster. And he is not a very nice man, as I've told you. And I should know. I definitely had to make my escape, and I've been here basically ever since. And Lucian has never stopped hunting me for my betrayal.
Well,
there
that
are
explains
other
the blindfolds.
vampires. Sorry, what did you say?
I said that explains the blindfolds.
Yes, well, I can't yet trust you,
I mean, obviously, he
but
knows,
I do.
He knows you're down here somewhere, right?
Well, perhaps he does. He is not stupid. He probably has information that I am down here. There are other places to hide in Pitchwood. I know there are some other There are other wandering vampires around that are not part of any group. I think some of them might hang around the cemetery, and I've heard some stories about bikers recently, but
The bite rangers.
they're most I do not know who they are, but some sort of group. And most bikers or most vampires are either part of the Brood or in our group.
Well, let me ask you this. Like, let's just say, for sake of argument, we were to join up with the children of the sewer. What exactly is the company car provision? Because right now we're driving a Buick Grand National, and you would have to match Lucian there.
Well, you see, I definitely cannot match Lucian, but my point is that Lucian will make it seem like you have a good thing going on at that castle of his. You know, he'll sort of portray everything as very, very luxurious, and it will seem like perfect organization to be part of. And you know, once he has what he wants from you, then he will discard you, probably.
Well, I've got a water coffin, so can you beat that? I'm just kidding. Sorry, that was the dumbest joke I've ever made.
I don't understand it.
You know, it's like a
Waterbed in the 80s,
right,
you know.
Right. It's like a swank
Oh, yes.
80s water coffin.
I wouldn't be surprised if he went all out and gave you everything you could ever desire. But I tell you, he is just trying to get something from you. I assume now he has you on some sort of job.
That's right.
And I think I might even know what that job is.
What job do you think it
Because-
is?
Well, I have heard intel about some blood that is going to be some very special blood that is going to be donated. And I do have a proposal for you. I propose that if you are on this job for Lucian, that you continue this job and get the blood, but instead bring the blood to me and not Lucian. And that way I know I can trust you. That is how you can prove your loyalty to me. But I'm sure I know that you are reluctant. I've not sold you yet, but maybe you do want to look in that basement. There is a lock, as I mentioned, but I can give you unless he's changed the code, I can give it to you.
Okay. I was going to ask for some kind of proof, but it sounds like that's what you're offering.
Yes, you only have to look in the basement to see what has become of the other vampires. Or some of the other vampires. There is no guarantee that if you came back with this blood that he wants, that he would let you live and be part of his brood. Most do not make it that far, even if they are successful.
So most of his, the people he turns end up in the basement?
Yes.
Jesus.
Only a very select few will make it into the actual brood.
Well, I don't know, Cam. You think we ought to test what he's, test out what he's saying? I mean, we need to come up with some plausible reason why we've come back to the mansion. We were supposed to be out, scouting out the location. But what can we do now? It doesn't hurt to go back, I guess.
You guys, yeah, I mean, you're pretty much were free to do whatever you wanted this night. So, if you wanted to go back to the castle, you could, or you could also go to the hospital, scope that out. There was talk of that, but you can do both.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, Dirge, my instinct is to check out the basement, and not only check it out, but see if there's a way to free all these poor people, because if they're really down there being tortured and stuff, like, we gotta let them out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I may be a vampire, but I'm not an asshole.
I have another proposal for you. You see, I understand the urge to set them free, but that would be very risky. And I think you would want to... You would suffer there is no way that you could do that without alerting Lucian and the other elder vampires. At least for now. But I propose that if you do go back to the basement, back to the castle and check out the basement, that perhaps you just wait, just hold off on freeing the other vampires and the humans that might be in there, because if you get this blood for me, perhaps we might have an advantage against Lucian afterwards. I do not know exactly what this blood is. I just know that Lucian wants it. It's very valuable. Sure, it probably entails providing power to the drinker of some kind. I do not know what.
So I'm guessing if we do decide to bring it to you instead, you also can't tell me what would happen if I accidentally got a drop in my mouth.
Yeah, just accidentally, hypothetically. Like if it were to splash in his mouth.
I do not know. But, actually, I am not after the blood itself. I do not want Lucian to have it. And, I think if I am to trust you, I think you must retrieve the blood for me. Afterwards, I'd like to try to figure out what the blood is, but I don't know if I will be drinking it. Perhaps I will allow you two to drink it. That's more than Lucian would ever do. I can assure you of that.
That's true. Didn't he threaten us or something, Cam? Was he like if we drank it, he'd do something nasty to us?
He wasn't very nice about it.
No, he wasn't.
And I'm curious, Ben, do you think Lucian knows what the blood does?
I believe he has an idea, yes. Because the information that I received is that he was definitely interested, very, very interested in it.
Well, I'd say we've got some stuff to think about. I say as I begin putting my blindfold back on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll start putting mine on. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm leaning toward. I want to believe you, Ben. You've given us, an opportunity to go prove what it is you're saying. But you got to understand we're bittens, and we're new to this and all that. I didn't expect there to be so much vampire politics and, brood on brood, competition and whatnot. So. And we got to be careful. If Lucian's as bad as you say he is, and you just put us at substantial risk.
I understand. I did not know that Ethel was going to be bringing you here. But Ethel does go out and sees things, and she is my eyes and ears sometimes. And I forgot to have this guy talk with this little kid.
Yeah. Who's the kid anyway?
He says, "Oh, this is Tick."
Tick?
I'm Tick, and I don't trust you two. I think you're part of... You're loyal to Lucian, and I think we ought to burn these two newbies. They already know too much.
Now that is enough, Tick. I don't need to hear from you.
His name should be Dick.
I know. Jeez, Tick is a dick. Calm down, Tick.
Yeah, well, I guess I just really I don't trust you two at all. You just came down here out of nowhere, and but Ben is a much more trusting guy than I am.
Well, I'd tell you to grow up, but it looks like that's never going to happen.
Yeah, that's right. I was bitten when I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
Back in the 1930s.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck in this little peepsqueak body. I hate it. I hate you.
Dang, I don't even know you.
Yeah, well, you better scram.
Yes, I think I've said all that I can say.
All right.
You're free to leave. And if you want to come back here and talk with me again, which I hope you do, with or without the blood, you may go into any sewer and just walk a while, and you will find some of our sentries, and you will be told how to reach this chamber.
All right. Well, hey, one last thing, there, Ben. Do you have that code?
Oh yes, it's 1307.
1307.
That is
1307.
That is the year that Lucian was turned.
No, man, he's old. It's medieval, man.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Okay. All right, 1307.
I don't know. I can't guarantee that he has not changed the code since I was there.
How long ago were you there, Ben?
I believe I left about 10 years ago. So I was part of this brood for a very long time. That's why I am intimately familiar with Lucian's tactics and his behavior.
I guess the decades just blend together after a while, don't they?
They do, yes.
All right. Well, like I said, me and my partner got a lot to talk about, so if we decide to follow through with it, we'll find a sewer entrance, and then I guess you'll find us, right?
Yes. I hope to see you soon.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's nice talks to you. Let's bounce.
Yeah.
If people said that in the 80s, Dirge.
Yeah. Later, Dick. I mean,
Goodbye,
Tick.
boys.
Yeah.
Hey, goodbye, you fuckers.
Yeah. See you later, Ethel.
Yeah, I know he's like 80, but it sounds weird hearing that from a little kid.
I know. I want to kick his ass, but then I feel weird, because he's like a little kid. It's weird, because he'll really be beating the ass of an 80-year-old man, but really he looks like a kid. It's messed up.
Yeah, well, you guys are put back on your blindfolds, and this time just some other random vampire leads you out, and you go back to the area where the sentries were, and you can take off your blindfolds there, and you can go wherever you want to go then.
Back to the Grand National.
Right. You want to drive this time, or?
Oh, yeah, I might as well. I mean, we might as well take turns.
Yeah,
that
take
seems
turns.
fair.
I'm in charge of the radio. We're listening to the Damned. All right. I like the British. I go for the British punk, as we've discussed.
Once you walk back, you no longer see that woman there, because you kind of just left her standing there. But she either wandered off or something happened to her. But
Let's hope so.
you don't see her lying on the ground or anything either.
Yeah.
So maybe she came out of her
Trance.
enthrallment and went to the hospital or something. But yeah, you can get back in the car now and go somewhere.
Well, as I'm driving, I will head back towards the castle. Excuse me. And as we drive, I would like to have a little chat with Dirge.
Yeah. It's, what do you want to talk about there, Cam?
So, I was just thinking, what are the odds that Ben is going to double-cross us?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. We're the newbies here, right? We got no idea what the lay of the land is and all this vampire politics. Ben seems, on the surface, he seems a little more solid. Ethel seemed alright, but, I don't believe she just accidentally ran into us and then happens to invite us down there to talk to him, and that, it's almost like she knew where to find us. And Lucian, on the other hand, he does seem, a little bad. But that's kind of how I would expect a vampire to act,
Well, I have a suspicion that, they're keeping tabs on Lucian's brood. So they probably, they probably got spies everywhere. Lucian probably does too, who knows?
Right, I know. He said he's got intel. And then, they got eyes and ears everywhere. I mean, hell, I could turn into a bat myself. I could fly around, and it'd be easy to get out there and spy. The truth is, Cam, we trust no one but each other, dude. All right? That's what we have to remember.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly, although I'm wondering now, do we go back to the castle and tell Lucian what Ben told us?
I don't think we tell Lucian yet. I say the first thing we do is take a look in the basement. If we get caught taking a look in the basement, then we can tell him. And if he's, at all reasonable, he's going to know that we have to do our due diligence and at least check out the story. I say we find out if they are torturing people down in the basement. I mean, I could see if they're torturing humans. I know I was just recently a human, but that's one thing. But if they're down, if there's other vampires like us down there who are being tortured or toyed with, for Lucian's sick amusement, then that's something I think we ought to find out before we talk to Lucian. We go back to Lucian now, he can tell us whatever he wants. I say we get a look at that basement.
You make a good argument. My concern was that Ben was going to double-cross us, and we could double-cross him before he got the chance to double-cross us, but I might be overthinking it.
Well, maybe, but I totally agree that he could double-cross us, and we could double-cross everybody. We could start our own brood, dude. But
we could start a dude brood.
That's right. We could start a dude brood. But I say the first thing we do is just check out Ben's story, see if it's accurate. And again, if we get caught, we can come clean to Lucian then. It's easier to look stupid than it is to look, sneaky.
All right. Let's go with that then.
1307. I kept saying that over and over in my head. Someone forget it.
For some reason, when we were talking about the dude brood stuff, I started imagining the David Bowie song "All the Young Dudes" being all the young broods.
All the young broods, yeah.
Carry the moon.
And you're right. David Bowie did write that. And gave it to Mott the Hoople. To prevent them from breaking up. Yeah. Although it sounds just like a David Bowie song. All right. But I say, let's go back and check out all the young dudes in the basement.
Well, just in time. I think we're pulling up outside the castle.
Yeah, there's the castle right there.
Yeah. And you see that it's pretty much as you left it, and you can park in the garage and enter the castle. And
God, they probably got eyes all over the place, Cam. You're probably right about that.
Yeah, you go in there, but it does seem like just like last time, where there wasn't a lot of things going on in the castle. Like, it's pretty empty. But you do see like at least two vampires in the main, just the main part of the castle. Two looks like a man and a woman just kind of walking around. And of course Lucian is probably still in his office.
Look natural. Hey, Cam. Hey, can you, I don't think I've talked to you too much about your abilities. I know you said, I know you've at least tried to fly once, but, can you turn into anything unnatural, like a mist or something?
No, I can only, summon, like, swarms of things.
Okay. Because I could, like, turn into a flea. and that way we might be able to sneak around that way.
The bassist from Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can. Yeah. I can. I could turn right into him. And there's the 80s,
seriously,
so he's probably pretty young.
With that ability, don't you think, do we even need the code? Can't you just, like, get through a crack in the door?
I don't know, probably, but we'll, it doesn't matter because you can't follow me, so,
Yeah, but you wouldn't lie to me, man.
No, I wouldn't. Well, you're my bro. You're my brood, dude. I wouldn't do it. I never do it. So, yeah, let's, at least find the basement door. Just walk natural. Just look natural, though.
I guess you don't really know where the basement is. You can wander around and check doors. I don't have it out, but I pretty much know where everything is.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to use my best judgment of, a lot of times cellar doors are, maybe not right out in the main hall. It's probably at the end of a hall or in the kitchens or something. So
I think, if you go, continue walking forward on this floor, you can pretty much see in a lot of these rooms already. They don't have doors, so you can see like the kitchen, and you don't see any cellars from the kitchen, and you see like there's open rooms that the supposedly the elders stay in down here, and there is one door that I'll just tell you that you pass by that's on the left. That was the cloakroom where the communal wardrobe is. And then when you get to the back of the building, there is a heavy wooden door with like a handle and a little keypad on it, like just above the handle.
That's gotta be it.
So, you want to try the flea thing, and I'll just stand here acting natural?
Well, I mean, the fleet thing might work. Like, what if the, if we were to use the code, right, and then it somehow alerted Lucian, like
that was exactly my concern. Like it changed, and using the old code sets off an alarm or something. So that's kind of why I was sort of leaning toward the fleet thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can at least try.
You do see, as you look at the door, you do see, like, above the door, you see, like, what kind of looks like a little sensor. Like, if it was opened, somebody would be notified.
Well, maybe I'll turn it into a flea. I can't turn any smaller than a flea. But,
oh, that's the rules. That's the very limit. It's a flea.
I can't be any bigger than a wolf and no smaller than a flea.
I just didn't want people to, like, say they turn into a bacteria or
paramecium. Yeah. Turn into a mitochondria. Or a blue,
pretty tiny,
or a blue whale on the other end of the scale.
They turn into a T-Rex.
I thought I could see people turn into like a dragon or something.
Like turn to an owlbear.
I didn't think that you guys would do this, but yes, if we had players like Dickie or Plunger, then the rules would be explained.
I could see a vampire turning into a dragon. Maybe, like a really powerful, like Lucian could turn into a dragon.
Yeah, that's true. I think
like if
very, very ancient vampire could definitely turn into something big like that.
Okay, while we're talking about the rules, I think before we go in the door, we can remind everybody that they could go to drivethrurpg.com and find the game Exfanguination. It's a $0 game, 2-page rules light game that Goonie put together. If you want to see the rules for the game we're playing, maybe you can even play it yourself if you like rules light games like we do. And so I think I'm going to turn into a flea, even though I usually play base with a pick. I'm still going to turn into a flea.
Yeah, so roll a challenging roll of 6 or higher on a d12.
I rolled a 6. So I just barely turn into a flea.
Well, normally, so normally like how much over you got would be like, in this case would be like how many minutes. But since you got right on it, I'm not sure. I think you should still be able to turn into a flea, but you don't have long. You don't know how long.
Long enough to get through the door, at least, probably. Then I'll have to turn into a person again on the other side. Well, a vampire, anyway.
Yeah. So you do see, there definitely is a small enough crack under the door that you can just crawl under there.
Okay.
And so yeah, you're a very little tiny flea. It's this is probably your first time turning into something like that. And it's bizarre, of course.
Yeah.
And you can crawl through, and you do see there's not much light in here. There's a dim. There is a window in kind of the one corner of the room that you do see stairs going down, so it is a basement. And you see some moonlight coming through the windows, and
Well, maybe I'll try to turn into a cat so I can see in the dark better, and can be quiet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can always just. There's no reason you can't just keep turning into things like right now.
Not.
It's so because we're not in combat, So
right. I mean, at least so I could. So I'll turn into something that can see in the dark a little better, and so I'll try to turn into a cat. I'll roll my dice and see what happens. And I got an 11. That's pretty good. That's got to be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you turn into what cat?
It's
a cat?
Not like a black badass cat. I turn into a cute cat, a little adorable little tabby cat. That's what I turn into.
Tabby.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got that low light vision, and you can see a bit more better now, and you can see now that there are. You see, the first thing you see is like the walls, the back walls of the basement, and you can see people like chained up against the walls. And you can also see cages in front of them of people. You don't know if they're humans or vampires or what, but they're small cages, like kind of like kennel cages almost, like. But there's people in them, and you can't see, everything. Other than that, you do see some boxes and stuff that would be down in the basement. Just normal basement stuff.
I want to look around for security cameras or something.
Well, okay. Make Well, I'll just tell you there's not, because...
well, I look and I don't see any.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, there isn't any security cameras down here.
I'm going to turn into a vampire again. And
okay.
I want to go up to one of the people that's chained up to the wall, if they're conscious. And it's like, hey, listen, you got to tell me, what are you doing down here? Who brought you down here? What are they doing to you down here?
Yeah, so you do walk up to this this man that's chained to the wall, and he does look alive, barely alive, and when you start talking to him, he raises up his head and he looks kind of dazed, and he says, "What? Who's there?"
It's me, Cedric. Yeah, Cedric. I just want to know what you're doing down here, man. What are they doing to you? Why are you here? Who put you here?
Oh, I'm here because I'm a bad vampire.
Well,
I screwed up.
What'd you do that was so bad?
I angered Lucian. I embarrassed him.
Embarrassed him? Would you, beat him at horseshoes or something? Or
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made him look like a fool.
Are you being tortured?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I deserve it, though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for my own good. I really fucked up. Yeah, I don't even remember what I did.
Wait, is it everybody down here?
Yeah. We're all fuck-ups.
They got humans down here, too?
Humans? Oh, yeah, those pieces of shit in the cages.
Yeah.
They're slaves. I don't give a fuck about them.
Okay.
But, we vampires, we're chained up here. And Lucian and sometimes some of the others come down here. And they just really fuck us up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean, tickle you and stuff? Got feather and rub on the bottom of your foot?
Yeah. Yeah, tickle us with knives.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And, whatever instruments they feel like. Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, that's what I thought. Lucian sent me. I just wanted to make sure that you knew your place and that you knew you deserved it, so you passed the test.
I don't think you guys are supposed to be down here. Lucian sent you?
Yep, I'll see you later, and I'm going to turn into a wasp.
Nice.
And I'll try anyway.
Sting him.
Yeah.
Sting me.
That guy's weird. You're weird. You're weird. I got another 11, so I'm going to assume I can wasp up.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the hell out of there. I go back to Cam.
Well, I don't know if a wasp can fit through
well, then I'll
the door.
All right.
It's really tight.
Then when I figure that out, I'm going to turn back into a gnat, and I rolled an 8 that time. And then I'll crawl under the door and turn back into myself.
Okay. Luckily, nobody was watching you when you turned back into a vampire. But there are those 2 other vampires that are kind of just strolling around. But they don't look like they're on watch or anything. They're just kind of just pacing around.
Okay, Cam.
Kind of like taking a tour almost.
All right, Cam. Well,
but
it appears to be true.
Yeah.
It appears to be true, or
yeah.
It's true?
It appears to be true. I talked to a vampire in there. He's chained up to the wall. He says he made Lucian look foolish. He embarrassed him. He thinks he deserves it. It's all that victim psychology, right? They've got him thinking he deserves it. I'm not. I'm half convinced the fucker likes it, okay? But they got some humans down there in cages. They're using as slaves. He says Lucian and some of the other vampires come down there sometimes and tickle him with knives and whatnot. So that much of Ben's story checks out.
All right, so quick question. Did you tell me? Yeah, so what do you think the chances are that if we get this blood for Lucian and take it to Ben, that we're going to piss off Lucian and then we're going to get chained up and tortured?
I think you're right. There's a possibility of that. Well, if we get this blood for Lucian and then take it to Ben instead, then we're going to have to basically join Ben's children of the sewer. I don't think we can go back to Lucian after that.
Right. I'm just saying, we take it to Ben, give it to Ben, and then, we basically got to hide out forever in the sewers. And if Lucian ever finds us, we're going in the basement.
That's true. It's possible, though, that we go get this stuff and bring it to Lucian and eventually end up in the basement anyway.
That's also true.
If you ever make him look foolish or beat him at horseshoes or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds like he has a, kind of an ego. So if you do piss him off, you don't know what's going to happen.
Maybe I'll write a song that goes, Lucian is such a silly goosey.
Lucian. Yeah.
See, he'd either be really pleased with that or very, very angry.
Nobody listening will get that, I'm sure.
No, it's an old joke from an old game. The Ungaron Dakusi. He's such a silly goosey. But you know what? Lucian came around, he was made a vampire in 1307. And, that song, the other guy was from a medieval period as well, so he's probably heard similar. He's probably heard that Ungaron Dakusi song.
It's quite possible.
Right, from so it might actually make him really pissed off. But no, I think we could run afoul of Lucian one way or the other. But I guess we don't have to decide tonight. It's all moot. It's all moot until we get the blood.
Still young.
Yeah, we don't have to decide until the blood is in our hands.
And a drop gets in my mouth.
Accidentally.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you wanted to do tonight? I mean, you got a while before sunrise. So,
I don't know.
You can either
just drive around.
You can drive around, jam. Listening to 80 songs.
Right.
You can. You don't need to eat. You've done that. You could go, check out the hospital tonight, even though you're going there tomorrow. Or you're supposed to. But you could go there. Check it out beforehand.
Is the hospital...
Because you don't know where exactly... Well... You might have actually been to the hospital if you're, from Pitchwood, but I don't know if you necessarily know where the blood bank would be.
Okay, so that's in the hospital. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Although you don't have to do that tonight. It's a small hospital, so you would probably find it tomorrow night, regardless.
Yeah.
You know what might be a good idea there, Dirge?
What's that?
To go to the hospital, see if we can scope it out, find where the blood bank is, and see if we can steal some scrubs.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Let's steal some scrubs. I want some black scrubs.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys can get back in your car, and the hospital is not far. And you can park there. The hospital is just a 2-story small hospital, and I'll just tell you that the first or the second floor, the top floor, is just patient room. So you don't necessarily need to go up there unless you want to go feed on a bunch of people. But yeah, you can park wherever you want to park. And there's 2 main entrances to this hospital. Harkness Memorial Hospital is the name of it. And it's got, the main entrance. There's also an ER entrance. And then there's some side doors and stuff.
Well, first point of order is that if we're taking turns, I'm riding shotgun, and I control the radio, and I'm listening to Sham 69.
All right. Fair enough.
So you... I'll just assume you can just listen to whatever you want to listen to.
We have we have tapes.
We got a whole one of those 80s boxes, with the look like a little briefcase that has the little slots for cassette tapes.
Okay.
Yeah, we got one of those, and we got all our vampire music in there.
Okay.
And yeah, the Lost Boys soundtrack too.
And I think there should be like a record store in town called Disco Tape.
Yeah.
Disco tape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Make a note of that. And yeah, so yeah, we can. Yeah, I guess we can just go look for our black scrubs next time. I guess check the place out.
Well. Yes. You can. For now, I was going to have let you guys enter the hospital for a final scene.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll park outside, and there's no reason why we need to sneak into the hospitals. Hospitals are basically open all night.
No reason particularly to go to the ER entrance either, I wouldn't think. Just the main lobby would probably be. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, the hospital's, definitely open. Still a few cars here. Well, quite a few cars here in the parking lot, and certainly not closed or anything. Its doors aren't locked, and you can walk in the main entrance, and you see on your directly. I mean, yeah, you go into the lobby, and to your left you see a gift shop, and in front of you see like an info desk, but there's nobody behind it. And in front of you see goes kind of to a hallway intersection, and you do see some signs there that are on the wall, like, with some arrows pointing to different places in the hospital. But you need to, walk into the hallway to actually read them.
Yeah, go walk on the hallway and look for the blood donation, blood bank, something like that on the sign.
Okay,
on the directory.
Yeah, you walk into this intersection, and you do see, like, what immediately happens right after you do that is someone coming from the left side, left part of the hallway. You basically just kind of run into this guy, or nearly run into him, and you see that he's wearing the clerical collar. And you see that he's got a little name tag that says Doug Dinkelman, Hospital Chaplain. And that's when I was going to end tonight's game.
Hopefully he's not wearing a little crucifix.
Oh, he is.
Uh-oh.
But it's a little tiny thing that...
do they bother us? Do crosses bother us?
Yes. Yeah, if you come into a certain, range of a cross, you can take damage. But he's got his cross kind of tucked under his shirt.
Good.
It's like on a little necklace.
Good.
No one ever taught me about Christianity. I just think those are tea necklaces.
Yeah, those little golden teas. Yeah.
No, but you guys definitely would have been taught the things that kill or hurt vampires. During your orientation, you would have been told all about crucifixes and holy water and garlic and all that good stuff.
Hopefully it's like on Fright Night, where you got to have faith for that to work. But all right. Well, we'll deal with Father Dinkelman next time. Father Dinkel. Is that his name, Dinkelman?
Yep.
Father Doug
Dinkelman.
We'll deal with Father Doug next time. Hopefully he won't know us for what we are. Hopefully he's not part of that militant anti-vampire wing of the Vatican. So
We'll find out next time, I guess.
You will have to find out next time.
all right. Well, in that case, we'll see you next time, and goodbye.
Hey everybody, if you like our podcast, don't forget to leave us a good rating and or review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Spotify, or wherever you're able. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at Goonies_world, and check out our website at GooniesWorldPodcast.com. Email us at GooniesWorldPodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.